Epicureanism and Stoicism are two of the most influential schools of thought from ancient Greece. Both philosophies offer profound insights on how one should live and how to attain happiness and peace. Epicureanism, founded by Epicurus in the 4th century BCE, places happiness, pleasure, and mental tranquility as the highest goals of life. Stoicism, founded by Zeno in the 3rd century BCE, emphasizes living a virtuous life, maintaining emotional balance, and accepting whatever fate brings with patience and resilience. The fundamental differences between these philosophies lie in how they define the purpose of life and the means to achieve happiness. While Epicurus emphasizes pleasure and happiness, the Stoics focus on living a virtuous life and controlling emotional fluctuations. Epicureanism posits that the greatest goals in life are happiness and the avoidance of pain. However, this pleasure is not about indulgence. Rather, it involves living a simple and balanced life that brings long-term peace of mind. Epicurus promotes avoiding excesses, maintaining physical and mental health, and valuing simple pleasures such as friendship. On the other hand, Stoicism teaches that happiness is found in virtue and the control of one's emotions. Stoics argue that pleasure and pain are temporary and external. Thus, true happiness should not depend on these fleeting feelings, but on living a life of virtue. Stoics focus on controlling emotional responses to maintain an unshakable mental state in the face of external events. In Epicureanism, pleasure is not merely physical. It also includes mental peace and tranquility. The ultimate pleasure, according to Epicurus, is the absence of pain and distress, a state known as ataraxia. Ataraxia is a mental calmness and emotional equilibrium. To achieve this, Epicurus advocates for eliminating unnecessary desires, finding contentment in simple pleasures, and avoiding unnecessary complications in life. Stoicism, however, teaches that happiness is independent of external circumstances. For Stoics, true happiness comes from living a virtuous life and controlling one's emotional reactions. Stoics aim to achieve a state called apatheia, where one is free from emotional disturbances. Apatheia does not mean indifference to pleasure or pain, but developing a mental tranquility that remains unaffected by such feelings. Epicureanism takes a unique approach to the fear of death. Epicurus argues that death is simply the cessation of consciousness, making it illogical to fear it. Since we do not exist in death, it cannot affect us, and thus fearing it is meaningless. This perspective encourages people to live life more peacefully and enjoyably, free from the fear of death. Epicurus also maintains that the gods do not intervene in human affairs. In his philosophy, the gods are perfect beings who do not concern themselves with human matters. This view is liberating, reducing the impact of religious fears and dogmas on human life. Epicureanism's approach allows individuals to live with less fear and more freedom, focusing on a pleasure-driven, fulfilling life. Stoicism, however, accepts death as an inevitable part of life and recommends facing it with equanimity. Stoics see death as a natural process beyond our control and believe in developing resistance to natural fears like the fear of death. Stoicism places more emphasis on gods and fate. Stoics believe that the gods govern nature and that fate is predetermined, urging individuals to accept their fate and not resist the natural order. Both philosophies have profound thoughts about nature and the universe, but their approaches differ significantly. Epicureanism views nature and the universe from a materialistic and mechanistic perspective. According to Epicurus, the universe is composed of atoms and governed by natural laws. Therefore, there is no place for supernatural forces or divine intervention. This approach encourages individuals to understand nature and develop a scientific outlook. Stoicism, on the other hand, sees nature as part of a divine order. Stoics believe that the universe is governed by a rational principle called logos. This belief promotes understanding and living in harmony with nature, but it can also lead to a more passive stance in the face of nature's workings. This difference profoundly shapes each philosophy's worldview and approach to life. Epicureanism and Stoicism also hold different views on fate and free will. Epicurus argued that humans possess free will and have the ability to shape their own destinies. He believed that even the random movements of atoms allow for a certain degree of freedom in the universe. This perspective fosters a belief in personal agency and control over one's life. Stoics, however, assert that fate is inevitable and that everything unfolds as part of a divine, predetermined order. This viewpoint encourages individuals to accept their fate and live in harmony with this natural order. Understanding these differing perspectives on fate and free will add depth to the discussion of how each philosophy guides individuals in their personal lives and responses to external circumstances. Epicurus developed his philosophy as a practical guide to daily living. For him, philosophy was not just an intellectual exercise, but a set of teachings to be practiced. Epicureanism promotes friendship, sharing, and living a simple life. Epicurus's school, known as the Garden, became a place where these teachings were put into practice. In this community, people of all classes, genders, and statuses came together to live simply and harmoniously. Stoics, on the other hand, advocate for contributing to society through virtuous living. Stoicism posits that individual virtue enhances the collective good. Consequently, many Stoics led active public lives, taking on significant roles in politics, law, and public service. However, while Stoicism downplays individual emotional needs, Epicureanism prioritizes personal happiness and inner peace. Epicureanism views pleasure and the avoidance of pain as the fundamental sources of happiness. Epicurus argues that humans naturally seek pleasure and avoid pain. However, the pleasure he emphasizes is not short-lived indulgence, but simple pleasures that provide long-term peace. Epicurus advocates avoiding excesses and refraining from pursuing unnecessary desires, leading to inner peace and a more fulfilling life. Stoicism, in contrast, finds happiness in virtue. Stoics believe that happiness is independent of external circumstances. By living a virtuous life, one can achieve an unshakable state of happiness, unaffected by emotional fluctuations. However, this approach imposes strict limits on the enjoyment of external pleasures. Stoics believe that happiness comes only from living virtuously, prioritizing mental discipline over emotional satisfaction. While Stoicism emphasizes emotional balance and virtuous living, it may limit one's ability to enjoy many experiences. Epicureanism, on the other hand, offers a lifestyle more in tune with human nature. It suggests that happiness and peace can be found in simple pleasures and the avoidance of pain. Epicurus's philosophy promotes both mental and physical well-being, leading to a more satisfying life. Epicureanism remains relevant in modern times, offering a pathway to balance and peace amid the stress and anxiety of contemporary life. Epicurus's teachings encourage a lifestyle free from unnecessary desires and excesses, promoting a calm and fulfilling existence. This balanced approach makes Epicureanism an appealing option for modern individuals seeking happiness and tranquility. Today, Epicureanism's teachings parallel movements such as minimalist living, mindfulness, and slow living. As Epicurus advised, simple pleasures, friendship, living close to nature, and avoiding unnecessary complications are key to finding peace and happiness in the modern world. While Stoicism is widely embraced in modern society, its rigid stance and emphasis on suppressing emotions may not be the ideal approach for everyone. Epicureanism, by acknowledging human weaknesses while offering ways to overcome them, provides a more balanced and humane philosophy. Epicurus advocated for moderation in enjoying life's pleasures rather than abstaining from them entirely. In today's world where work, technology, and social media often lead to constant busyness and pressure, Epicureanism's advocacy for simplicity and mental tranquility can be a valuable guide for finding peace and balance. In conclusion, both Stoicism and Epicureanism offer different paths to understanding and living life. Stoicism provides a philosophy rooted in virtue and emotional control, while Epicureanism offers a more balanced approach focused on simple pleasures and inner peace. In the modern world, choosing between these two philosophies depends on what one seeks from life. However, the simple and peaceful lifestyle offered by Epicureanism may be more appealing in today's complex and stressful world. Epicureanism provides ways to maintain mental and physical health, leading to a more satisfying life. For those seeking peace in the modern world, Epicurus's teachings offer a valuable guide. Thank you for joining us on this journey.